It's your boy ConcertViz34 back with another video. Today I am repping a shirt I got in Kansas City this past March for the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Midwestern Regional. KU, Purdue, Oregon, and Michigan played. I got to go to both sessions. Great games. Man, I'm Kansas fans. I've always, for whatever reason, just hated Kansas and college basketball because they always play an easy home schedule at Fog Allen Fieldhouse. So going to Kansas City, I really started to respect the fans. They're passionate. They know what they're talking about. But shout out to Oregon for winning that. But hey, the Kansas City treated me well. The food, the games, the entertainment and restaurants were amazing. But I'm not here to talk about basketball today. Today, I'm going to be talking about a controversial subject in the music world, especially when it comes to live music. Is it okay to record cell phone or digital camera video at a concert you go see? Now, to me, I'm somebody who thinks that it still is needed and it actually can help the artist. I'm going to name you some artists that I've seen some sort of amateur video from, and without this amateur video, I wouldn't be as much in love with the band or any side projects of a band. So the Grateful Dead, String Cheese Instrument, Dave Matthews Band, Umphrey's McGee, Pigeons Playing Ping Pong, the Black Keys, and Rush are just things I could think of at the top of my head as far as bands that I've seen amateur video. That means it wasn't a professional recording. It wasn't recorded by the venue. Someone had some sort of camera, a digital camera. They snuck in maybe a slightly better high quality camera, or they had a cell phone that they got in with video. And I've seen some footage that's very kind of amateur or underground as far as its quality. And without that footage, without seeing that visual along with what usually is someone who's taping this with a high quality mic or some sort of recording device, I wouldn't be as into these bands as I am right now. So I'm somebody who thinks that we should be open to allowing people to videotape on an amateur level. That means you're not being paid by the venue, paid by the band, or anyone. You're just doing this for the love to share your experiences with others. But I think it's all about how you do it, how and where you tape, really. As you see my page, I have tons of different videos from tons of different concerts I've been to. But when I record, there's a couple of things I try to look for before I even decide to record footage. There's some shows I've been to I don't have any footage up with, and there's reasons for that. But I try to look for being in the first row of a section, even if it's really high up. I try to get tickets in a row one if possible, if it's feasible, and then the price is good for a ticket, or I can secure it on an on sale. I try to be row one. That way, hey, I'm just at the front, and I can kind of get a good view without having things in the way, or if someone looks back and that's in front, there's no one in front of me. So I'm not really messing with anyone who may be saying, why is that dude lifting his camera? Why is the light on? Things like that. I also try to look for aisle seats. Sometimes I fall into aisle seats, like the John Mayer show I shot. I purchased the tickets on the secondary and got a good deal, in my opinion. And they happen to be aisle seats. Sometimes I see that it's seat 1 and 2, or I know the last two. That way, at least I have that space of that aisle to kind of move and record without obstructing anyone else. I also try to look for higher elevations. So again, many times I'm not really a floor guy as far as sitting on a floor or a GA floor that extends across an arena. I try to get some elevation on the lower level, mid-level, or upper level, and then shoot from there. That way, if there's somebody behind me, they have a little bit of elevation in front of me, and the person in front of me, there's a little bit of elevation to see over and not really mess with anyone. Some people don't even know I'm recording at times, mostly because I'm singing as well, and I think I'm just enjoying the show. And also, when I go to GA pits, I try to be at the back of the pit. That's the spot to be at, because you're not going to obstruct anyone in the center or the front. I've chilled at the back of pits from time to time, And even the people behind me in seats are still a little bit of space. I make sure I'm not messing with anyone. And I think this is just courtesy that some people don't actually follow. And that's why they do piss off people around them, or they give this whole taping process a bad name. But recording moments from a concert, whether it's a couple songs like I do, whether some people they'll shoot for most of the show, they'll swap between a tandem of people I've seen, or someone records some of the stuff and then they enjoy the show and they pass it on to their buddy, things like that. These moments grow a fan base. Going back to the Grateful Dead, now they've had amateur recordings and some professional recordings. Without seeing Bob Weir in his crazy short shorts and cool, unique appearances from the 80s, I would have never seen that type of part of him without the video recording. And it made me like the band and see the personalities. To see Jerry up there, Jerry Garcia, the original lead singer of the Grateful Dead, and see him smiling and how he vibes out, it makes me to connect to a previous generation. I was born in 1990, never saw Jerry live with any form of the Grateful Dead. So to see these amateur videos, and some videos are professional, but a lot of them on YouTube are amateur videos of people that just had it. They let them come in. Hey, you guys can record. We're not going to cut you off. Spread the word of the Dead. That's what grows and makes a grassroots approach work for many jam bands and bands that aren't a pop band. So I think it really, without people recording back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and especially in the 90s and 2000s with the cell phones, smartphones, digital cameras, you won't have that following of the masses, because people can't, if they didn't go to a show, they're not going to be able to see what they're like in person. Same thing with Dave Matthews Band. Hey, I know people don't like it. Hey, I respect it. I'm not trying to defend him and say you don't have to like Dave Matthews Band, but they, as far as Dave and his boys, when they had recordings and they allowed people to record, and the shows were spread through all sorts of ways, visually, starting with the tapes and then DVDs and things like that were bootleg, it got people to pay money to see a concert. And that's really what, at the end of the day, as long as you're being courteous with your videoing of shows, and you're not overdoing it or getting on other people's nerves and blocking them and saying, hey, is it all right if I take this video, or just checking around and just being aware of where you are, you're going to spread to your footage. If you put it online like I do and like others have done, you're going to help support live music. And people are going to go out and pay for bands like Pigeon Playing Ping Pong, which is a band I've heard about for years. I have a couple friends that go to different festivals to see them, but seeing them on YouTube just hooked me into them. And they're a growing band that started in these small hole-in-the-wall festivals. Now they're playing lock-in on a regular basis, and that's because, to me, the word of mouth, but also the shared taper audio recordings, but also the video recording, just to see who these guys are, how they vibe out on stage, is going to get more people to come. And even if you disagree with me, as far as, I know some people just say, hey, I hate recording at all. Let the pros do it. Let Fish have their live stream on Nugs TV or whatever. Hey, I respect that opinion, but at the same time, I think just the fact that if you're a fan of a band, as long as people are going to the shows, even if, yes, they're not paying attention, yes, maybe they may be screwing around in or whatever, and not fully looking at the show, hey, they're paying for live music. And you know what? Next time, the first time they may go there to act cool and screw around, but the next time they go see Fish, or they go see the Black Keys, or they go see Umphrey's McGee, they may be like, wow, that was a good show. I want to focus in the next time. I want to know more songs. I'm going to sing along. I'm just going to be quiet and let them play. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like recordings when people rip out and you see the sea of people with the phones going up, or the digital cameras? Do you not like it? Let me know. Your opinions are always welcome, whether they are in line with mine or go one way or the other. I'm always open for great conversation. But it's your boy ConcertViz34. I'm going to check out right now, go grab some apple pie that I got in the oven. It's on the way. But thanks for watching, guys. Take care.